Hey, what going on? This is Taasha Reneé and welcome to A Vulnerable Mom. I share content related to motherhood, parenting, self-care, and personal development. Feel free to subscribe if any of my story resonates with you and just be prepared to grow along with me. Be prepared to grow together. Now enjoy the video. Hello there.
Hi there.
If you hear any kind of craziness in the background, just know that I'm outside in this backyard. The highway be making noise, the trains be making noise, the planes be making noise, and just we in nature. I am going to be talking about my weaning journey. I feel like I'm getting my body back and I just want to be able to share with you while I'm in the moment what I'm doing. So if you are in a situation where you tired, like your titi them tired, and you've been nursing for quite some time, I'm not talking about like a year, like quite some time, and you're just ready to start the weaning process, you can probably follow these tips. So I want to start this video off. If you've never seen any of my videos and I'm just popping up on your feed and you ain't never seen me before, I am Taasha Reneé. I am a mom of 2. I have been breastfeeding for the past 4 years. My son just recently turned 4 years old, and once I had my daughter, we tandem nursed. So I was nursing both of them. My daughter is currently 19 months, and I want to say at this current moment, I am tired. Some of the things that I'm using to wean my daughter is I recently bought a weaning book. I don't even have it because Sage just took it inside. Booby Moo. A storybook for weaning toddlers. But I just went on Amazon and I typed in weaning book and I just found a book that resonated with me. I started to read the weaning book to her every single night. I knew the most important thing that I wanted to start doing was cutting out the night feedings, because she would wake up at least 2 to 3 times in the middle of the night just to nurse, and that shit used to drive me crazy. I had to literally lay down in the bed and just be prepared to have my titi out every single time when I'm sleeping, because she is going to, without fail, without like a doubt, she's going to wake up and try to nurse me in the middle of the night. So I knew that I wanted to cut out the night feedings. So the way that I was able to cut out some of the night feedings is by having my husband be the one to put her to bed. I just had to be disciplined to not feed her in the middle of the night, but I just knew that I wasn't going to nurse her to sleep, because every single time I would have to put her to sleep, I was always nursing her to sleep. But whenever Eddie would put her to sleep, she would go to sleep like quick and fast, like so easily, and I'm just like, what the fuck, how you get her to fall asleep and I have to pull up my titi? I just knew that she didn't need to nurse to go to sleep. It was just a comfort thing because I was there. So I made Eddie do all of the going to bed, so that kind of like cut out the night feedings, because I am not nursing her to sleep. We know the way that the breast milk works. You move milk to make milk, and the less you nurse, the less milk your body's going to make. So it's just going to be like a slow and gradual process. So by me cutting out the feedings, I'm like signaling my body to be like, oh, you do not need the milk. Like, your body don't need milk because you're not nursing. I don't know if I told you this. So I've only been doing this process for about 4 or 5 days. Like, I'm new to this shit right now. I ain't no expert, but just know that because I've been nursing for the past 4 years, I'm feeling like I'm getting my body back. I want to say to dress accordingly. The past 4 nights I've been wearing my it's like a hoodie, a big ass hoodie thing, and you can't access my breasts because it's like a freaking hoodie, and it's like warm and cozy. So the first 2 nights, she wake up in the middle of the night and she was fighting me. She is fighting me, screaming, kicking me, fighting, and I'm just like, this is how I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping like this because I'm terrified. She fights me in the night and I'm just sitting here trying to hold my chest like, oh gosh, you're not getting any breasts. And I didn't give in. So that was the first night. The second night, she wake up and she doing the same thing, and I'm like, you know what, let's get some water. Maybe I put some water at the when she wake up, give her some water. She did not want to drink the water. She took 1 sip and then she started crying, kicking up, and then she fall asleep. The third night, I think she wake up once, like she didn't even give a fuss. Like, she turned around, make a sound, and went right back to sleep. The past 2 nights, she has been sleeping in Sage's bed. She just fell asleep in Sage's bed and she stayed there without even waking up in the middle of the night. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, wow, consistency really is a fucking key, bro. Just by me not giving in at that moment, and I did it the second night, it's kind of like, oh, that's the routine, that's what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and wake up and cry if I know that you're not gonna give it to me. So dress accordingly, so that way everything is covered up. This is not anything to wear because my titi is very easy to come out, and even though she hasn't nursed in the past 5 days, she's still reaching for me. Don't offer, like, I don't ever offer her any breast. I want to say to don't refuse, but I do refuse in a way of distraction. I use distractions for anything. As soon as I notice that she's trying to come to my breast, I'm like, you want some water? And I give her some water. Or you want a snack? I give you a fruit. Or you want to play a game? Like, it's a quick distraction, because I'm like, I'm trying to take you away from the fact that you're just trying to comfort nurse on my breast. Not happening. Like, I'm quick to be like, okay, so what do you want to go see what's over there in that corner? Oh, you want some fruits? Oh my gosh, can I have a hug? Like, I'm using every single thing just to not get her on my breast. And one of the things that I just recently noticed, because I kind of messed that up, is avoid showering together, because you just putting yourself in a vulnerable state. If you in that shower and your baby see a TT and it's like, oh wow, I remember those milk jugs, let me get some milk. And as soon as I realized I was in the shower and she tried to attack me, I was like, wow, Tasha, we're not doing this again. And that's really how I've been maneuvering my weaning journey. Yeah, just being disciplined. I feel like if you are trying to wean a toddler, this is someone that can possibly comprehend your language and the things that you're saying. So by having that conversation and saying something like, we're going to stop nursing, or however you decide to come up with a story. Like I said, I'm using the weaning book as my resource. I was struggling with if I wanted to make it a shock factor by putting on the band-aids and letting her see that it's like a boo-boo. That's what I did with Sage. You're saying like, oh, my breast hurts and you can't nurse. Or do I do that, or do I actually say like, no, we're going to stop and this is how we're going to end the journey? Like, I don't know what the right or wrong way is. I'm just trying to go with instinct and see what works best for you. Don't stop breastfeeding because people telling you should stop breastfeeding. If you feel like it's something that you are still wanting to do and you know that you're going to miss it and you're not ready to let go, by all means stay nursing as long as you want to. But for me, although my daughter is 19 months and she is nursing for a lot shorter period of time than my son did at 4 years, that it's fine. I am ready to let go and finding other ways to connect with her other than nursing. Although she was sleeping in another room for the past couple of nights, like even when she's sleeping with me, the cuddles are so sweet. So I can find different ways to bond with them in different ways other than nursing. So I'm really excited to end this chapter of my breastfeeding journey. This is my weaning story. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, let me know how long you've been breastfeeding. Let me know when did you wean your kids and what method you use to wean your child, because all of that I want to know. I want to be nosy. Tell me how long you've been breastfeeding and how tired the titties are. Okay, welcome to the club. But there's gonna be a light at the end of the tunnel, I promise you that.